In this lesson, we are going to take one more look at what you do when I give you a point and a slope, and you need to be able to write that equation in all three forms. I am not going to tell you how to start these equations, but hint, 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 if I gave you a point and a slope, you might want to use the point-slope formula. And remember, the point-slope formula goes like this. Okay, it's at the top of your note sheet there. So this is x1, this is y1. This is very similar to the last lesson we did, but it's good to review. Okay, so we'll start out by plugging things in. Y minus my y1 is 5 equals my m, which we know is 2, times x minus my x1, which is 1. Again, you're never plugging anything in for y and x, only for y1 and x1. Okay, so I have this, by the way, I should tell you this. This right here is in point-slope form. Okay, and then we want to get it to slope-intercept form. So I will have y minus 5 equals, I will have 2 times x, which is 2x, and 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. And then you want to add that 5 over. And I'll have y equals 2x plus 3. This is slope-intercept form. And then I want you to go all the way to standard form just for good practice. And so in standard form, what I would want you to do is I would want you to move this 2x to the left side because your x's and your y's both need to be on the left in standard form. So I would have negative 2x plus y equals 3. And in standard form, your leading coefficient, or the number that's in front of your x, cannot be a negative number. So you need to multiply everything through by negative 1 and switch the signs. So it would become positive 2x. Negative 1 times y would be negative y. Negative 1 times 3 would be negative 3. And this is what it would look like in standard form. All right, we'll do one more just for good review here. So again, I gave you a point and I gave you a slope. So a good place to start would be with y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. This would be your x1, this would be your y1. And of course you already have your m. So you'll go y minus y1, which is negative 1, so minus negative 1 is positive 1. Equals your m is 1/2 times x minus negative 4, which becomes positive 4. So here it is in point slope. And then you want to get it to slope-intercept. So to get it to slope-intercept, you would distribute this 1/2 through. And so I will have 1/2 x, and then 1/2 times 4 is 2. And then I would subtract 1. And I have 1/2 x plus 1. This is what it would look like in slope-intercept form. Okay. And then to get it to standard form, you would want to subtract the 1/2 x to the other side so that both x's and y's are on the left. And I would have negative 1/2 x plus y equals 1. And then my leading coefficient can't be negative, and I can't have fractions in there. So I would multiply this whole thing by negative 2, so that negative 2 times negative 1/2 both cancels out the negatives, and it cancels out that 2 that's in the denominator. So when I do that, I would have 1x. Negative 2 times y is negative 2y. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. And this is what it would look like, of course, in standard form.